Super Rugby Pacific 2023, folks, getting underway this week. Who's the favourite? I think you probably know who the favourite is. But either way, we're going to have a look at the 12 teams of the competition. See where the bookies have got them ranked, keeping in mind that the bookies' number one priority is to take your money away from you, not necessarily to provide the most accurate predictions. However, I feel like a lot of the time the bookies do get them right. They obviously don't get them right all the time. But we'll go through the teams, who's kind of ranked where. And you guys can let us know your thoughts. If you do know your predictions and you're pretty confident about that, check out the Super Brew poll down in the description. It's a free game. Play your predictions. Pick who you think is going to win and by how much. And then at the end of the season, we see who's the top dog. 3 teams are given less than a 1% chance of winning Super Rugby Pacific 2023. That is the team whose jersey I'm wearing, Moana Pasifika, given 0.3% chance. The Melbourne Rebels 0.5 and the Force are about 0.6. So none of these teams predicted to do much of anything in the Super Rugby season. Moana Pasifika paying $251. That is if you bet $1 on Moana Pasifika to win Super Rugby and they do it for you, your dollar will come back with 250 friends. That's kind of how the way that works. The Rebels are at $201 and the Force are at $151. So the Force are the most favoured of those 3 sides, but still none of them predicted to do much of anything this year. So we'll see if any of those sides can cause surprises. 1.3%, we have 2 sides, and that is the New South Wales Waratahs and the Fijian Drua. So a little bit more favoured than the previous 3. Not a lot more, paying $61 each. So 1.3% chance. The Drua, I think, in pre-season looked alright for what that's worth. As a Blues fan, I have seen the Blues have many a good pre-season to be followed by a rather rubbish actual season. So take that what it's worth. They hammered the Rebels, I think it was. But then again, the Rebels are picked to be one of the teams that kind of struggles. The Waratahs, I think, pushed the Brumbies pretty close and then had a couple of games against some local New South Wales teams. So, the Waratahs have certainly recruited all right, but we will see. 4.7%, we have our first genuine New Zealand team, if you want to call Moana Pasifika something of a non-normal New Zealand team, even though they're based in New Zealand. The Highlanders, 4.7% chance of getting the job done, to paying $17, the lowest ranked of the New Zealand teams. I seem to remember they beat the Crusaders in pre-season, but like I said, pre-season kind of take it with a bit of a grain of salt. I don't think the Highlanders will mind that. I think the Highlanders kind of quite enjoy being the underdogs, to be honest. I don't think they like being favourites. 5.4%, we have the 2 remaining Australian teams in the Reds and the Brumbies. Remember, Brumbies have got a new coach, a new old coach, in Stephen Larkham, who's back in Canberra. I expect to see them mauling it with Larkham back in town. That tends to be, the Brumbies have been good at the maul for a wee while, but I expect that trend to continue. I'll be interested to see if they use, I'm pretty sure Jesse Mogg's still about, his big old boot. But, and we'll see how Brad Thorne's men go. I feel like it might be Brad Thorne's last season in Queensland, so we'll see if they're able to get anything out of it. Paying $15 are those 2 sides. Top 4 sides. There are obviously 4 New Zealand sides. It's just about the order that you put them. Well, the Hurricanes are here with 11.6%. My dad doesn't reckon they're going to do much, but we'll kind of have to wait and see. $7. The Hurricanes are paying if you're keen to put a few bob on them. The Chiefs are your next one. I think they're getting us underway, aren't they, in the opening fixture? Is it Chiefs Crusaders? Could be a cracker. But the guys in Hamilton paying $4.50. 17.9% chance. So the 3rd most likely team to win Super Rugby. And you know who the top 2 teams are. It's your Blues and it's your Crusaders. So not that much in it. The Blues are paying $3.75. The Crusaders $2.75. So 29.4 for the Crusaders, 21.6 for the Blues. Based on recent history, that's easy money, isn't it? The Crusaders just win every single year. They still looked a little bit mortal last year, right? They had to play the final away from home. So, yeah, they dropped some results last year, which maybe were a little bit uncharacteristic. But it's hard to look past the Crusaders just because your brain wants to see that pattern. And the pattern is the Crusaders win every year, especially with Scott Robertson in charge. I would say it's pretty much guaranteed to be his last season in charge of the Crusaders as well. Crusaders have got, among other teams, a bunch of guys who will be off overseas at the end of the season, so they'll certainly want to go out with a bang. But there you go, folks. Not really too surprising. New Zealand teams favoured to do better than the Aussie teams. Reds and the Brumbies, the two favourites of the Aussie teams. The Drua predicted to do better than Moana Pasifika in terms of the two Pacific teams. And the Crusaders as the favourite. No surprises there. But anyway, you guys let us know your thoughts. As I said, Super Brew down in the description if you want to join in the pool. I think we had 80-odd people last time I checked. So join in, see if we can get it to 100. And yeah, I tend to do pretty rubbish in the Super Rugby predictions, to be honest. So maybe this is my year. We will see. Just like the Blues. Maybe it's our year. I haven't heard that before. Anyway, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.